I am going to make an accusation. I think the killer is Mrs. Peacock in the ballroom with a candlestick. Let's see if I'm right. Let's open it up. Oh no, the killer apparently is Mr. Boring Speaker in the training room with a dull PowerPoint. For those of you who didn't know what I just did, this is a scene if you play the board game Cluedo, which I feel is the best board game ever. So for those of you who are like young and millennials and you don't know it, look it up because my family plays it and we have a blast. But Cluedo is not the topic for this week's video. Our topic is death by PowerPoint. Let's face it, we need visual aids when we speak. It helps us lessen the audience feeling bored with just us on the stage. So our tendency is to have a great big presentation, usually PowerPoint. But we've made so many mistakes when we do PowerPoint slides. Number 1, too much text. Don't be too wordy. Number 2, rainbow colors. We feel like we're in Rainbow Bright or Care Bears. Number 3, animation. Sobrang animation. Too many going on. Number 4, fonts. We like all those fancy, curvy fonts. And sometimes they're just too small to see. And finally, number 5, too many pictures, too many ideas in one slide. So, let me show you how you can improve PowerPoint. So number 1, I said too much text. There is what we call a 7x7 rule. It only means that your text or your slide must have a maximum of 7 lines and 7 words per line. Just like what I'm showing you right now. Remember, the idea is to use this slide like a guide, like a huge note card. So it should be like bullet points. So you're not supposed to just read off the slide. Number 2, I said no Rainbow Bright, please. The maximum in PowerPoint is about 3 colors. And usually it's done for the title or the headline and some words that you would like to emphasize, just like in this slide. Next, should you use animation? Some say no. I say don't overdo it because sometimes we want to emphasize something. Like in this slide. Usually when we use graphs, I also suggest that you don't clutter the slide with so many graphs. You do it one graph at a time because guess what? The graph also has colors because it depends upon the categories. So once you click and there's an animation that's going in, just as in this case, you'd like to highlight 10 million as the total sales forecast, then you can do so. But maybe just once or twice. Don't be, everything is animation, swivel pa, or bounce. That's not necessary for a good presentation. Remember, you're the star in the speech, not your PowerPoint. Next, let's go to font. It is suggested that you use simpler font. Those that you call sans serif. Do you know what sans serif means? Sans is none or nothing or no. And serif is like curves or design. So no design. So you usually use Arial, Helvetica, and maybe a little Garamond or Calibri would be fine. The simpler, the better. Because again, it's not about the PowerPoint, it's about you. What about the font size? Well, the suggestion is to use 0.24 to 0.48, depending on the idea on the slide or how far your audience is. The point of the font should be readable 6 meters away from the audience so that you are sure that at least the person from the last seat of the room can see your PowerPoint. But if you are talking in an auditorium, in a big hall, and they usually have huge screens, they're able to zoom it, they're able to enlarge it already. But while you're preparing your PowerPoint, stick to about 24 to 0.48. Got that? Please have one idea, one slide. Not too many things happening, not too many things going on per slide. Because the tendency is, the eyes are shifting left to right. What exactly do you want to focus on? And so, please, declutter your slides. If you want to use a nice background, again, make it simpler. Now, there are many templates available and you can use them. It really depends on what you want to present, what the idea is. Basta, the rule is the focus should be on what is your main idea on the slide, not the designs all over. You can use pictures, why not? I will also suggest that when you use pictures from Google or wherever, Pinterest, please cite your sources, cite your references, because that is how it is. That is the most ethical thing that you can do. So that's it. Very simple rules for you to follow. Now, some people say that PowerPoint is already passé. It's for the oldies like me. There are other apps right now that gives you perhaps better presentations. They have great templates and pictures are free. Elements in the presentation are free, like shapes or flowers or backgrounds. Some of these apps include Canva. There's also Keynote for Mac users. And there are others. So it's really up to you. The point is, these apps make it easier for you and gives you perhaps better options than PowerPoint. But the rules stay the same. Please declutter. It's about the message of your report or of your speech that's important. The audience must be focused on you. A PowerPoint presentation or any presentation is a visual aid. It means it only helps you emphasize some things. It helps you maybe reinforce the message. But as I've said over and over again, when you're a speaker, use the PowerPoint as a tool for your speech to be memorable and so that your message can get across better and stronger. Did you like this video? Well, I have more here and here. Plus, please follow me in all my social media platforms, especially Instagram and Facebook. The link is down here. And do subscribe to this channel and push the notification bell so that you'll know if I've uploaded my latest video. See you next week!